name is Rebecca. You can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as EvilTwin2. You can find our show notes at owlknitwithyou.blogspot.com. You can find the Ravelry group at owlknitwithyou, or you can email me at owlknitwithyou@gmail.com. Hi! How are all my owls and my yous? How has your pre-Christmas time been? Because Christmas is almost here, and I don't know about you guys, but I still have a significant amount of stuff to do. I haven't wrapped a single present, so that's how that's going. But most of my shopping is done. We just need to get past that now, so that's fun. We have one new Frond before I get too much into Blather. It is OSHNGRL. I'm gonna say Ocean Girl, maybe is how you say that. That is Heather from Arkansas. Hi Heather, welcome. This past weekend we had Selfish Selfie Saturday, where you posted a picture of yourself with a whip or an FO and put it in the thread, and then I picked a winner, and it was going to be from midnight on Saturday morning till midnight Saturday night. But I forgot to open the thread, so that didn't quite work. Heather, who is Ocean Girl, reminded me with a message, and about 9 p.m. on Saturday I finally opened the thread, and I left it open until Monday night. So if you got a chance to post your picture in there, I have already done the prize drawing for that. I did 2 out of 12, and I got the random number 12. And the winner of that was Shay Bear, and I bought her a lovely pattern. So congratulations to you. Since it was such a bust for me not remembering to open the thread, we will be doing it again this weekend, and it will be the entire weekend. So from Friday, Saturday midnight, that midnight, till Monday, or till Sunday at midnight. I never know if I say the day of, like Friday's midnight, or if it's Saturday's midnight. But okay, so at the end of Friday, when the clock hits 12, I will open the thread. I'm setting an alarm on my phone as soon as I stop podcasting today. And then whenever, on Sunday night, when the clock hits 12 and we're about to go to Monday, that's when it is closed. So you will have a second chance if you were all ready to submit something on Saturday and then I wasn't able to. But if you submitted something last weekend, you can submit again, but it has to be a new picture. And if I see that you have used the same picture, you're out. And the rules are: post a selfie of yourself. There were a few pictures where it was just people's legs and their knitting, but a selfie is normally your face and your knitting. So like if I took a selfie right now, it might be like, selfie, it'd be like this area here, you know? And that's okay. Like, we get that everyone's not a fantastic selfie photographer, and that's kind of the fun. So new pictures, you have to have a wish list, because I'm buying at least one person something off their wish list. If there's 20 or more, I'll buy 2. If there's 30 or more, I'll buy 3, and so on and so forth. We had 12 entries last time, including myself, so only 11 entries. So I only bought 1 prize, but I will be more than happy to buy more prizes, you guys. So look forward to that. If you are in the group and you want to look at some other threads, check out the Strut Your Puffs, where you can post all of your glorious sexy puffs. And also the Hey, I'm a Podcaster thread. That is where, if you do a podcast, you can post about it on there so we can all go and watch you and see how awesome you are. And if you haven't introduced yourself yet, go to the introductions thread and just say hey, say who you are. I usually try to respond to those before I mention them on the podcast. So it'd be a good, nice way for me to meet you. A good, nice way. Okay, on to Blather. So for Blather, I have just a little bit. I won a couple of prizes. I may have mentioned that last week. I don't know. I can't remember when I won them. So, but I did win them. And one of them is already here, so you will see that soon. I also painted something, which is not what I normally do. There's a thing now called like splatter and chatter, or however that person does it. But it's usually like painting something and then also hanging out and talking and stuff like that. Some places it's like wine and painting. But so I go to a church small group, which means for us that it's like a youth group for adults. So it's like 12 or 15 of us And we get together and we do like a Bible study, and then that's like an hour and a half, and then that's it. But the girls got together and decided to do this. And I'm pretty new to the group, so this was a really fun way for me to get to know them better. I've just been going for a few months, where most people have known each other their entire lives because they're all from this area. And I'm from this area too, but not from this part of this area. But anyway, so we painted Christmas pictures, and this says, for unto us a child is born. And it looks like a heart, but it's Mary and Joseph holding a baby. So I've never really painted much, so this was pretty exciting. Yeah, I think it turned out really good. So that was a new experience for me, and it was really fun. Like I mentioned, Christmas, well, I'm sure you know, I don't have to tell you, but Christmas is almost here. And I did get a couple early Christmas presents, and they are knitted related. So part of them I'm going to show you now. And part of them I will show you mustache because it kind of goes together. One of them is this really cool, I gotta find it in my bag, really cool ring. Yes, it's a knitting ring. But it's a knitting ring stitch counter. And I saw this on the Weasley Sisters podcast for the first time. So it's just, I'm gonna zoom in so you can see this really well. It's just a little tiny thing, like a little calculator on a little plastic band, and then you can just put this band together. My finger happens to be, all the holes and stuff match up evenly. So you just get that all set up here real quick. And then you just slip it on your finger. So when you're knitting, knit, 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 and you want to add, you're on the next row, you just push this button. Boop. And now I'm on the next row. Can you even see it? Boop. Now I'm on the next row. Boop, now I'm on the next row. And so on and so forth, and it's really, really handy. I don't think you can see that at all. But, hold on a second. Yeah, there it is. So then you can just go, boop, and now it's 9. Boop, now it's 10. And then when you need to reset that, the reset button's right there. Boop, boop. Can't really do that very well. Now it's 0 again. So, I've been wanting one of these row counters for a while. I've tried a couple of methods of row counting, and if I'm doing something really massive, like, you know, super lacy shawl or whatever, I'll just like suck it up and use, well, not suck it up, I love using Knit Companion. I use Knit Companion and keep track of it row by row. But when I'm doing something like boot cuffs, which are 10 rows of ribbing, 14 rows of knit, and 10 more rows of ribbing, I can stop and count, but it would be so much faster if I just knew what row I was on. So I'm excited to have this before Christmas, because now I can do like more things, or faster anyway. My brother and his wife got me a bag with a mustache on it, which is awesome. Some of this you can't see yet, so don't look at that. They got me a vanilla cake Lolo bar. Lolo bars are amazing. They're solid lotion, if you don't know what it is. It's solid lotion, and you just rub it on like you would rub soap, like solid soap, but then you stop and let that kind of soak in, and then before you know it, your hands are just like perfectly moisturized without being like greasy, which is pretty awesome. They got me, sorry, I'm like burrowing in this deep in this bag. I got some yarn corsets, which if you haven't seen these, they're pretty nifty. And they sell these at like Michael's and Joann's and stuff too. But I've also seen them at like yarn shops. So what it is, it's this little stretchy thing, right? And then that would fit over like a ball of yarn. Like you could fit a ball of yarn in there. Let me see if I've got one I can put it on. Ball of yarn. Of all the things to not have on a knitting podcast is a ball of yarn. Are you kidding me? Okay, it's a ball of yarn. Ball of yarn, and you would slip this over it. A cake of yarn. See how that netting is on there now? And so that way, as I pull out of the center, this, that was the wrong side, this will kind of hold it together so you don't get yarn barf as much. It's pretty fascinating stuff. It's a pretty clever invention. I also got, that's not what I was going to show you. There they are. There they are. I got some stitch markers for Christmas. I got these, and these are from Caterpillar Designs. It's like Caterpillar with an 8 in it. So I'm going to zoom in again. Hold on a sec. Got these De los Desmuertos Day. I cannot say those words, but I do not speak Spanish, so I think it's okay. And then I got these. These are owls with mustaches. I'm trying to turn them all around so you can see them all. Owls with mustaches. Oh, look at those. Is that the cutest thing you've ever seen? So that's just part of my brother's wife, my new sister-in-law, is a fantastic gift giver, and she loves Etsy. So everything they got me was like Etsy centric, and it was amazing. It was awesome. Meanwhile, my spinning group had a raffle, and we sold 232 tickets at $2 a piece, so $464. And my mom won. And then Miriam, who was just the sweetest woman ever, had lunch with us. My mom and I got to talk to her and hang out with her. It was pretty fun. And one of the things in the basket was hand-spun yarn that my mom can't knit because she doesn't knit. And so she gave it to me to make her something with, which is the gray yarn you just saw featured. It's kind of not really a mustache because there's no dyer I can tell you to do this with. But it's 100% alpaca, and it's gray and beautiful and lovely. So I'm looking forward to knitting that. It's 81 yards, so I'm not quite sure what I will make with it. But something, it ranges from like fingering to bulky. So, but it was someone's first hand spun yarn, you know. Spinning club, that's what you get. But that's really fun. And then, did I have anything else to tell you? We can move on to the yarn stuff, and if I think of it, I will certainly tell you. So, knitting things. Right now, I have one whip. Yeah. So, I'm just knitting some basic boot cuffs. And like I said earlier, they are 10 rounds of ribbing, 14 rounds of knitting, and then 10 more rounds of ribbing. So these are just some like creamish colored ones. Ta-da. They're very lovely. And this is out of Caring Simply Soft because I ended up spending the weekend at my parents' and I ran out of yarn, so I went to Walmart. I didn't know I was going to stay, so I didn't pack anything in my purse. And then I was like, I need to knit because I have Christmas presents to work on. So that is my one woe. I'm being really, really monogamous right now because I just need to get things done. And if I'm working on 14 projects at once, that will never happen. And everything I need to make is fairly small, and so I'm not really stressed out about getting, you know, working that all out. I do have 2 FOs to show you. I had to think about that for a second. I made a pair of boot cuffs for my mom. These are a belated birthday present. These are in the Wellies Heather colorway from Knit Picks. They're just the same exact pattern. You can see them on my product page. I need to take some pictures actually. But they're just boot toppers. Boot toppers in black. That little flex in them. I also finished a pair in navy. I know this is the most exciting thing ever, right? Navy boot toppers. They look almost the same on camera. But I feel like the blue does stand out against the black. I don't think they look too much the same. But they are both pretty dark. Those are my FOs. That's it. It's been a pretty crazy couple of weeks. And I'll be honest, there's been a couple of days where like I would just come home and like, I don't have the energy to do anything today. I'm sorry, I'm exhausted. So then I just wouldn't knit. I just wouldn't do anything. But I do have all sorts of cool news to tell you, and I'm not nearly done yet. So let's move on to mustache. First off, I got some stuff. Oh, that's loud. I got some stuff from the Naturally Nitty store on Etsy. This is a sample. I think this might be unicorn something, but it's a sample, so I don't know. Just got a single one here. But I love single roll legs. These are my favorite thing to spin, and so I might be breaking out the drop spindle after Christmas and just going to town on some single poonies because they're my favorite. I also got this gigantic bag. Yes, I'm going to open it, but I'm going to stop talking so I can turn the sound down while I do this. So here are my Rolags. Ugh, they're so stunningly beautiful. I believe this is the Kelpie colorway. They're very, very, very purple. I'm trying to hold them so you can see them all, but it's kind of hard to grasp them. These are from Naturally Nitty. She does the Weasley Sisters podcast and makes amazing Rolags. And this is 2 ounces, and it has BFL, Cormo, Faux Cashmere, Firestar, Merino, and Silk, and they are semi-smooth. Her business cards are really cool. So she has all these different adjectives and, you know, smooth, semi-smooth, artistic, well, just art, and then all the different fiber types, and then she highlights the ones that apply, which I think that's really fun because it shows you like what else you could get next time. So these are really, really pretty. I'm going to zoom in so I can show you all sorts of cool things in them. There is, just in this one alone, there's like purple and blue and like 15 other colors. And this one has like some lime green in it. And it's just amazing. And I mean, this one you can see the sparkle in. You can see that sparkle in there. There are 16 poonies in all. 2 ounces. So I will probably split them evenly and spend 8 and 8 and then play them together because that's what I did the last time I spun poonies and it's been a pretty long time. But these are just so pretty. I kind of just want to put them in a vase and just look at them for a while. They don't need to live in a plastic bag. But for now I'm putting them back in the plastic bag. I won a bag from a podcast, and it is this beautiful bag, and it's a De Los Stitch Mortes bag, so it kind of goes with the stitch markers I got. And it even came with a mini Notion bag that matches it. And this is Art in Stitch Toot. And if you don't understand what I just said, there will be a link in the show notes. So, mini bag, full bag. Look at this, they're huge. So, I mean, this is massive for me. Most of my bags are like sock size bags. So, Gigantor. That's what's going on here. I won this from the Dramatic Knits podcast, so that's really, really exciting. It's the first time I've won anything from them, I think. But it's got this awesome little keychain thing, and like it closes like that. I love the zipper. I feel like that's going to keep it from... And it feels like a needle wouldn't poke through here. It feels like several layers of fabric. And it's got a nice base on it where it feels like it will, once it's got something in it, it will stand up on its own. So I'm really excited about this bag. I also got another shipment of, I'm saying a lot today, I'm sorry. It's a little late at night for me, I'm a little exhausted. I just came back from the painting thing, this painting thing, where I was at all night. So, just kind of like, wearing down. But I missed you guys, and I want to get another podcast in before Christmas, so this is the last chance I have to do it this week, because I'll be really busy the rest of the week. Supernatural Yarns. Supernatural Yarns, The Walking Dead Club 2. I got 2 new yarns, which I get really excited about these yarns. So, the first one I'm going to show you is called, if you don't like cuss words, cover your ears for a second, sensitive listeners. It's called Listen Damn It. And it has nice long color repeats. So we've got an orange and a green and a magenta and then some more orange. So 2 sets of orange. So like orange, green, magenta is a little bit how it is. But I love this. This is a Herschel-ish colorway. If you watch The Walking Dead, Herschel is a father figure type fellow, maybe even a grandfather figure type fellow. Yeah, look at that awesome orange right in the middle. I love it. And he always had good words, or has, maybe, good words of advice. I just like, this is fun. So, I've never seen yarn where it was so much in one and then just like ends dipped. So I dig it extra. I dig it. And this is on her Pixie sock, which is 75% Superwash Merino, 15% nylon of a 2-ply, 463 yards and 100 grams. And the other one, if you are caught up to the second most recent season, so not the very most recent, but last season, if you're caught up to that, this colorway might make you cringe just a little bit. This one is called Look at the Flowers, Lizzie. And if you don't remember who Lizzie is, she had a sister and she was a little kid. This is a sparkle yarn. It's on the Banshee sock, 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 5% Selena, 2-ply, 438 yards, 100 grams. And it sparkles. I don't know if you can tell that it sparkles, but I didn't realize it sparkled until I opened it up just now, and I'm extra excited about it. I don't have any sparkle socks, so these might need to be socks for sure. But it's kind of like these pinks and this like really washed out yellowish cream color. I mean, this is the most post-apocalyptic colorway I've ever seen, and it also kind of looks like bacon, doesn't it? Or like a white cashmere sweater that's just been stained with blood, or you know, like, and you try to wash it out. Not that that's happened to me. I don't know why that sounds like a different reference, but you know, it's just kind of got this muddied, you know, this wasn't supposed to be this way kind of color. I don't know. This is one of the reasons I bought the club. This and Terminus, which I haven't gotten yet. So I have one more shipment and it's going to be in that one, I hope. Well, not I hope, but it should be in that one. So it came out more beautifully than I thought. There are some really pretty purpley parts, and then it almost looks like the yarn is bruised. I don't know how to describe this. I mean, you can see it, so it's not like I have to describe it. But I don't know, it looks disgusting and beautiful at the same time. Like, if you think about it too much, it kind of can look like zombie-ish, but if you don't know the context, it's just this really pretty speckly yarn with glittery stuff in it. How fantastic. So that is all I really have to show you right now as far as all of this kind of stuff goes. I'm not done talking yet. I have a lot of Harry Potter Knit Crochet House Cup stuff to talk about. 5 things that make me happy. Christmas is almost here. Seeing my family at Christmas, which is almost here. Doing awesome paintings with new friends. It's fantastic. Getting most of my holiday shopping in. And then winning things and getting packages I've already paid for in the mail. Ah, how fantastic. The next of my podcast will be right after Christmas. So maybe I'll have some more packages that arrived in the mail between that time and now. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to go on to the House Cup, and I have nothing else to tell you if you're not interested in this, so feel free to move along. You will not hurt my feelings. For those of you who care, I have been working on my OWL proposal, my OWL proposal. I think I'm going to do charms. Charms has to be 800 yards of lace, which if I'm doing the planned pulling shawl that I started, that's 1,250 yards of lace, potentially, because it's 113 grams, and even after I knit my swatches, I still had 113 grams. But I'm only gonna say I'm gonna knit 100, so that if I go under, it won't be bad. So I did my swatching and stuff like that. I bound off what I'd already knit, because I can't have started anything. It has to be started after my OWL is approved. So I went ahead and I also needed to do a swatch of the lace. So here is my swatches. This is on a very tiny ironing board that also has cushioning on it, so it worked really good for just pinning small things. So there's my lace sample in the middle. There'll be several repeats of that. And here's my color repeat all along here. It's pinned out right now, so you can kind of see the beginnings of the lace, and so I can show that to the professors. But I think what I'm going to end up doing is 2 repeats. So it will start with this color and then go out and then come back in through this color and then end here. So, and then, wait, that's not right. Sorry. Let me say that again. I'm going to be adding another section of this to the outside. So it'll start on orange, come down to this lighter color, go back to dark, come through to orange, and then do that again where it goes dark, light, dark, orange. So it'll be twice as wide because this is not wide enough for it's not a shawl, it's a stole. This is not wide enough for a stole for me. I would like it to be significantly wider, double at least. So I'm going to double it and see how far that gets me. And this is just under 3 feet. So if I do a much wider one, it will be maybe just under, or maybe about 5.5. But I feel like if I folded it or used part of it as a hood or, you know, did any sort of tucking, I'd rather have it wider than not wide enough. I think if it's not wide enough, it'll just be like an enormously long scarf and I won't wear it as a stole, which will be really a bummer because look at this lace pattern and I want to show off the colors. So that is my big, exciting, grand plan for my OWL. And I still have that pinned out, so I thought I'd show you guys because it's really fun to do that kind of stuff. Other house cup stuff, I have been making Ravatars, which are Ravelry avatars, like crazy. So I have a really basic version of Photoshop at home and I Photoshop at work. And that was one of the things that whenever I volunteered, it's one of the things they assigned me to was making badges. And you can kind of do Ravatars along with that, but I don't know, I've just been like sucked into this world and I've been doing tons of them and it feels awesome and I've had some other graphics requests for classes and all sorts of things. So I'm having a blast doing that. We got some more information about the I didn't know what I'm allowed to tell you, so I'm not going to tell you everything yet. Because some of you do play and so I don't want to give anything away. We got some more information about the upcoming term and what that will entail. And I found out how now this was in the job title posting, so I'm not going to be giving anything away. I found out what the difference between the Marauders missions and the Deathly Hallows will be, and that's exciting. And I don't know, just the whole term just feels so thrilling, and it's so close. So I cannot wait to get started. I have already typed up my OWL proposal and a few welcome back posts. And then I have saved those in my iCloud so that I can get to them wherever I'm at, just like on the fly, and not need to like pull it up from some Google Docs. So I find that Google Docs is a little hard to get to, but I can pull up like notes on my iPhone, no problem. So I'm super pumped for the start of term, like not holding my breath, but getting pretty close. That's really all I have for now. I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas or a Happy Hanukkah or even a great Kwanzaa or whatever you celebrate or don't celebrate. I hope that your winter times are most activious and I hope that you have a good time of year. I hope you enjoyed the start of your new year and that everything that you wish for comes true and that you all are just the happiest people. If I could make it happen, I totally would. But I have no power to do that. So, I will keep you all in my heart and thoughts and, just be thinking of you and hoping you have a great new year. So with that, I bid you a fond adieu. I will see you hopefully one more time before the new year starts. So, well, I mean, maybe not if you don't listen to me, I can't help that. So, remember Selfish Selfie Weekend. So Saturday and Sunday, if you still want to go with the alliteration part of it. And besides that, just have a great holiday season. I mean it. Just go out and just, even when you're in the living room and your family is saying again, you know, that thing that drives you crazy, remember that if that's as bad as your life gets, your life is really good. And remember, wherever you're at, whatever your family is saying, whoever you're taking to Christmas with you, I'll knit with you. Bye, guys.